Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. And this will be another prophecy video in my series. And this will be about that amazing mugshot taken this past week of President Donald Trump, which the entire world is talking about. However, I predict that this attempt to discredit our former president will backfire hugely, as someone has already said, and I believe that it also already has backfired on Donald Trump's haters. And this mugshot, the first time I saw it, reminded me of Ralph Waldo Emerson's poem about the start of the American Revolution, and all I could think of was, here the embattled Donald Trump stood and fired the mugshot, heard round the world. And the whole world is talking about this amazing mugshot. And could it be that this is the start of another American Revolution? It could be, but I think it's actually far more sinister than that. I believe this is a warning to America, and by extension to Donald Trump, about the fate of America. And before you scoffers say anything, let me show you another prophecy about Donald Trump from Almighty God. And that occurred when the lightning struck the Vatican on the day that Pope Benedict resigned. It occurred at, I believe, was it 4:45 in the afternoon? Something like, or 5:55. I know it was a significant number. And in this lightning strike, you can see Donald Trump's profile. Take a look. Can you see Donald Trump's profile in that? Maybe if I put it on full screen. Let's take a look at that. Isn't that an amazing image? And I also want to show you a mashup by Paula. Let me show you this mashup of the lightning strike as it relates to Donald J. Trump. And here's a picture. You see Donald Trump looking up and to the right, and Moses, as represented by Charlton Heston in the movies, looking up and to the left. This is an amazing picture, which I have shown quite often here on YouTube. And I believe the meaning of the lightning strike was that Donald Trump was prophesied by Almighty God to part the Red Sea. And this coincides with prophecies about Donald Trump by the Protestant prophet Kim Clement. So I think all of Christianity is looking for something that will save us from the forces of evil which are engulfing the entire planet. And a lot of people thought that maybe Donald Trump would be the one who would save us. And this mugshot has created an uproar among both Donald Trump supporters and Donald Trump haters. And I want you to look at a comparison between Donald Trump and Uncle Sam. I'm sure you're familiar with this poster of Uncle Sam, the I Want You poster. Notice in this close-up that both figures are wearing a blue jacket with white shirt and red tie. And notice the similar expressions in the mouth and the eyes, and Uncle Sam even has long white hair. However, there is a hidden image in Donald Trump's hair that is very disturbing. Let's take a close-up look of that hair, and I've got a copy right here. Now here is the image of Donald Trump as I took it off the internet. And maybe you can see up here, by the way, what looks like a possibly a Masonic symbol. I think it's the Sheriff's Department, which print that emblem on the photographs, the mugshots which they take. But the significant thing is that highlight on the top of his head. Can you see that? And I knew immediately that there was something very odd about that. It was very prominent. It stood out in the whole image. And in the past, whenever I have wanted to search the meaning of photographs like this, and I knew right away this was a significant photograph, I would run it through a copier. And that very often darkens the darks and lightens the lights, and it increases the contrast, in other words. So here's what happens when you run that mugshot through a black and white copier. And as you can see, that image up on top becomes very prominent. But what does it represent? Well, if you turn it just a little bit, let me see, is this the right way to turn it? Yeah, I think so. I think what you see is the image of an eagle on its back, which I think represents the United States and Donald Trump. But what's that? Let me see if I got that right. Let me see if I have that right there. I think it should go like this. It's time for me to look around the camera. But I think what we have here is an image of a eagle flat on its back. In other words, I think it is dead, a dead eagle. I think it's been killed. And I think crawling over the eagle is the image of a rat. Isn't that what that looks like to you? Some kind of furry creature, either a rat or a mouse, but more than likely a rat. And rats would never attack an eagle. They would be afraid of an eagle. Eagles are carrion eaters. But the rat would itself eat on the dead carcass of an eagle. And I suspect that's what this is. So let me show you what happens when you run that through a copier a second time. Let me see if I get that right. I think you can see. You have to twist the image just a little bit. And it looks like the rat at the top. I don't know if I have enough light on the rat so you can see the rat. I think the rat is chewing on the head, maybe, of the eagle. I hope you can see that. In any event, I believe that is the significant part of this message. And I think it's pretty obvious that Almighty God is sending us a message of a catastrophe that is going to affect both the United States and Donald Trump. And I think that the first image that we saw of Donald Trump in the lightning strike on the Vatican, that he was prophesied by Almighty God to part the Red Sea, I believe that will be held in abeyance, and it may never happen. Kim Clement also had positive prophecies about Donald Trump, which I don't think will happen. I think Almighty God is saying in this mugshot that the rats in this country are going to destroy the plan of Almighty God. They have become so powerful, and Satan is in ascendancy in the United States and in the world. And we see that all around us. So that was the only message I had in this video. If you have any comments or if you see anything, very often in the videos I see something and then some of you add to what I have revealed. And if you see anything else in this amazing mugshot, let me know. Put it in the comments below. I'm sure that we have not uncovered everything which Almighty God is trying to tell us about the fate of America and the fate of Donald J. Trump.